Hey, welcome to the apocalyptic ashram Hawkshaven. I'm the Mad Monk, and we're going to be talking about things, gardening related stuff, and permaculture, and the ways that we can be building a better landscape, so that way uh, we can thrive. We can find abundance, and we can find health and happiness and peace. Because when everybody isn't in struggle to maintain a sense of security, shelter, food, water, I think that the world's a better place. So one of the things I'm doing here is making food. So it's part of my landscape, not just part of the grocery store. So my friend gave me a bush right here, right? And so this is a black raspberry. And these have thorns on them. I don't know if you can see those very well. But yeah, they're pretty good ones. And a lot of times when you transplant, something like this, you would cut it off and then, and then just keep it watered, because then there's not a burden or as much of a shock to the plant. But I'm trying something differently, and that's how we find if there's a better way, or see what works by trying different things. And so what I did is I went ahead and I left all the branches on, because the primary deal is that it's if the roots aren't yet established, it's going to be hard for them to provide for the plant. But so I'm watering this every day, and then I've got rocks stacked on top of the runners, right? And so whenever you have a rock on the ground, it kind of produces its own moisture right out of the air. That's why when you flip over a rock, it's usually moist there. So you see, like, the runners are then running underneath the rocks. And my intention of this is because I didn't want to have only one plant here. I want to have as many plants here as this valley can support, because I like black raspberries. Right? I mean, because why buy them for like $2 or $3 a pound when you can just go out and pick them off the bush? So this is one of the things that kind of doing here. And oh, sorry, buddy. So this is another area that I get my rocks. I kind of left that one there as a sitting, a place to sit. And this is Mr. Yin Yang. Hey, buddy. What are you doing? What do you do? All right. And so this is the valley that this water comes down through. And these are little check dams that I put in, and it helps to hold a little bit of moisture, and keeps the soil from eroding away from around the trees. And it's just like little check dams all the way up through here, and little siphon pipes put in along the way to fill up features across the property. I'm going to time travel and jump in space and time to another place. So here we are in another garden. And there might be a nest around here because the birds are yelling at us. So we planted some more of the black raspberry next to the irises. And my rhubarb is starting to poke up out of the ground. And then this is a rose bush over here in compost, making good soil from trash. And again, we travel to another location where we put stuff in the ground that doesn't look like much right now, but we trust in what it will be, because kind of a cause and effect. If you have a root that gives you a fruit, that's what that root produces. So when we recognize if we don't like the fruits, we change the roots, we get exactly what we want to see. And we're on to the next one where there is more raspberries. And, you know, sometimes these would look like really expensive raised beds. But nope, they're not. They're tires, right? And I haven't cleaned this one all the way up yet, but they become a whole wall of tires when you make them into a wall of tires and you fill them full of dirt. And then they can grow all sorts of good food for you. And irises and sage and more rock walls. And here we have what we think is currently growing. All right here in this little garden area. And some more of the trees and plants that my friend Debbie donated. And then I built this little wall last night. I like working under the moonlight because I mean, like, this is the first time I'm seeing it in the daytime. So kind of a cool little rock wall feature. And another garden area. Another of my friends, Maynette, she donated these tiles that you can walk on. One of the things I like to incorporate here, even though I'm not doing it right now, is barefoot walking. And when we walk barefoot, we're able to kind of reconnect to the ground and we strengthen our feet. When we build strength and flexibility, we grow. And we go. We grow into a version of what I am that we can be proud to present to the world.